All right, guys. Pastor Ash here. Yesterday, Kuro Games released their 1.1 cinematic. We broke it down and it looked freaking awesome. Along with that, though, they also gave us 3 pages of lore information. Well, 3 pages, 3 documents of lore information. The first one we're going to start looking at here is focused on Jinhsi. There's also one about Jue, and then there's one about the new echoes. So we'll break those down in parts and kind of see what kind of new information they give us outside of just fluff. So the first one here is profile reveal, Starborn renewal, Jinhsi. Lines here about her being the magistrate. We've got her main picture, her affiliation is Jinhsi, and attribute spectra. We knew these things. This is her common picture with her back shot. This is just some information. The first one talks about how Jinhsi has a good amount of prominent luck. How whenever she'll walk down a street, you'll get the people that are on the street get fantastic luck. So they'll go in search of that. People will go to City Hall and will donate or make wishes at the pond, so that way they can get some luck as well. So that's what's being talked about here. If you want to read through the full thing, you certainly can. All right, this next one talks about Jinhsi trying to stay awake and keep her energy and activity level in the winter, because she is kind of linked to the dragon. I guess in the winter, dragons are supposed to sleep and hibernate. So she gets tired more easily in the winter, but the winter is a very big bustling time for Jinhsi. With the changeover of the year, it's coming up on the harvest, all of that. So in order for her to keep that energy level that she needs, the first thing they mention is that she has them make a bunch of luong buns, so dragon buns, and fill it up with some perilla and mint, try and get her a little bit more energy from those and to kind of perk her up. The other is she'll open the window and she'll embrace the light and sounds and laughter of the city and get rejuvenated that way. So that's a nice little look into a bit of her, not day-to-day per se, but her personality, how she's always striving to be there for Jinhsi, and doesn't want to let the people down. So that's a nice one there. Next one is really cute. So whenever Jinhsi uses her powers or gets injured, she will adopt signs, outward reflections of her link with Jue, because she is obviously linked with Jue. So whenever she's using her power, she'll get her horns. We've seen that in the cinematics. Or when she's painful, she'll get her scales. She'll start getting scales, which we also see that in the cinematic. She had some scales on her face, and you can kind of see them on the arm during the cinematic. What this also talks about is when she gets shy or embarrassed, she'll also get the scales. They're a little bit different though. They're not discomforting or anything. They're a little warm and tingly. So it's just an outward manifestation of her shyness. Which is a cute little thing. So we'll keep an eye on that whenever we play through 1.1 in the story with her. If we start seeing any scales randomly popping up while we're having conversations, she's obviously being shy and there's some kind of issue going on. So that's a cute little tidbit that they threw in there for her for that. This last one is probably the most interesting one and is quite cute. So I'm gonna read this full one. The Sentinel Jue possesses the gift of prophecy, and that grants Jinhsi the spiritual ability to receive visions in her dreams. Amidst a harrowing peril, she found herself caught in a vague hallucination where a strange yet familiar figure appeared, offering her a sense of relief and comfort. Following this presence, she managed to extricate herself from danger, regain her composure, and gathered all her strength to rush to the appointment she had promised 3 days ago. Bathing in the gentle glow of moonlight, the person from her dream arrived at the venue with firm strides. It was the Rover. Every time she recalls their encounter, Jinhsi feels itchy behind her ears. Maybe she's growing some small scales again. Okay, so Jinhsi's got a little bit of a something for Rover, a little bit of a crush, maybe. That's that's cute. I like that builds on the connection between Jinhsi and Rover. I do feel like with sometimes with characters, there's that lack of connection of why are they following the main character of the game? Why are they involved outside of selfish goals? Is there any kind of romance? Is there any kind of what is their actual feelings? So I like that they're given this little thing. So that way, whenever there are subtle hints in the cinematics of the game or the dialogue of the game, you can kind of get where the devs are trying to go with it. A little less ambiguous. So I like that. That's cute. Resonance evaluation report. Her name is Jinhsi. She's from Pyongyang. Her chest is middle of her back. We know this. Detailed analysis of Jinhsi's resonance spectral pattern have revealed the striking resemblance to that of Sentinel Jue. We knew that. So she's congenital. Okay, cool. A lot of people aren't aware of this. There are several breakdowns of the resonator, the classification. There's congenital, I think natural, mutant, and there's one more. I don't remember exactly, but they do have further breakdowns outside of their elements. Do they call them elements? Is that how they word it? Attribute. Outside of their attribute. It's not really relevant to gameplay. It's more of a lore thing. But it is definitely something that we should keep track. We want to keep track of. It may play a role down the line. Overclock diagnostic report. Resonant criticality, extremely high resonator. Jinhsi's frequency displays high stability. It is almost certain that she bears no risk of overclocking. That's good. A current diagnosis, routine examinations are recommended, while psychological counseling is currently deemed unnecessary. So she's strong-willed. She's not insane. Okay, good to know. Okay, and then this next section talks about her appearance, not only literal appearance, but also just the way she carries herself. She is the leader. She's full of grace. Whenever she has her forte, she does have the horns come out. Anecdotes. She loves her long buns. We've seen that mentioned several times, so that's a cute little thing. Her ideals. It's pretty easy to pick up what her ideals are. She's all about the good. These are just some random little tidbits about her. Nothing super deeper, deeper anything of that nature, but cute little things. We've got her standby pose. Okay, so this is just when she's in the overworld and just kind of stops. You know how they'll flip things around or sit down. This is what she does. She summons out a smaller version of Jue who floats around her, and they just kind of hang out. This is when she's in her menu when you're looking at stuff. So you've got this cute little animation. This is when she's summoned, which is cute. We've seen this before, her and Jue. They mean to put this twice? Okay, well, they did. This is her resonance liberation. Here, we'll watch this whole thing. This is her standards. This is her banner sword. Her liberation brings out Jue, who comes up and hits it with some lightning. Okay, cool. This is just a cute little art for her. Okay, cool. All right. So that's Jinhsi. That's probably the biggest portion of this, because that was a lot of lore dump for her. The next one is Jue. All right. Jue is a sentinel. It's the big dragon, been around for forever. Controls the flow of time. So he's kind of omnipresent almost. Because time doesn't quite flow the same for him, is what the lore's kind of been saying. He is aware of the past, present, and future of everything, so he's just kind of, doing his thing. Cute little, nice little pictures of him. His calamity. We knew that. We knew it was going to be calamity class. He is a weekly. His weeklies are for Jinhsi. I don't remember if they're for Changli as well, but they're definitely for Jinhsi. So as soon as he comes out, you are gonna want to tackle him, so you can get his some of the upgrade materials. Like I mentioned in previous videos, the weekly ascension material gains are definitely going to be a big bottleneck for people, because once you get to um, your skills 6 and above, they start requiring these for each of your skills. Um, so it's going to be a big bottleneck, but that's okay. So drops Sentinel's Dagger. This is the Ascension material. Standard weapon mold. If you're into crafting weapons, like if you're free to play and need to craft some more weapons, you get more. Great, cool. I'm all for it. So okay, so he does attack with his tail a good bit. Cool, that's good to know. Flies around. It looks like he's shooting some lasers at you. Yeah, he's shooting them off. You can see him popping off on him. Okay, and curls around and hits you. This is his echo information. He is spectral, which to be expected. Summon Jue to attack the enemy, dealing spectral damage. The resonator can perform resonant skill to deal sustained spectral damage to the enemies over time. All right, so this is going to be the echo information, or not? What's that? Oh, okay. So you can summon it, and similar to how the Infernal Rider will drive his bike forward. I think the wolves do the same thing. They go forward. This gives you a little bit burst up into the air. So if you're going to be going a long ways, floating, that'll help. Or if you're trying to get across like a little ravine, this will help as well. So you don't have to go around or climb or do whatever. So, okay, sure. So that's Jue. Not a whole lot of information there, but you know, a little bit. We don't want the whole thing spoiled. But that's a decent little information. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about here are the echoes. It goes in reverse, so it starts with the ones and then goes to the threes. The first one is the dwarf cassowary. It is a Sierra Gale and rejuvenating glow. So those are the two that. So more than likely you're going to be going for Sierra Gale just to future-proof your arrow damage for future Rover or future resonators. We've got our Clang Bang. These are the cute little fellows covered in ice. It's really cute when the ice like comes off of them. And you can see them. They're cute little gremlins. So one of them, one of the sets you can get is going to be Spectro damage. The other is going to be Glacial damage. Both of them, I mean, Spectro you're definitely going to be needing if you're going for Jinhsi. Glacial damage, I know that a lot of people have been using Sanhu. Is that how you say her name? So I have a sneaky suspicion that we will be getting Glacial soon. Like a big 5-star Glacial, probably in 1.2 would be my guess. I have a feeling we're going to be getting Camilla, however you say her name. She'll probably be Fusion, I would guess, based off of her appearance. She's got that whole red vibe going to her, so I would think Fusion, but I don't know. And then it'd be nice to get a counterbalance of a Glacial one, because we don't really have a big Glacial big hitter. We've got a lava larva. This is kind of the odd duck of the echoes this go around, because all the other ones are more like ice themed, whereas he is while he is white, he is more fire based. That's why he gets endless reverberations, molten rift, for that, just to kind of stay on theme. But he when you read the description about him, by absorbing geothermal energy, it can produce lava through special organs. So like he spits lava. So he's kind of got that whole like volcano under the snow vibe that sometimes that can happen. Or hot springs, like the source of hot springs and things like that. So he's cool. them up if you need them for your Molten Rift. You probably are not running any endless reverberations unless you just see that, like seeing that big attack number on the stat screen. But in gameplay wise, it like never makes sense. Just run something else. Next we've got the Glacial Dreadmane, which is going to be the Ice Wolf. He joins the other 2 wolves that we already have. He is going to be another 3-star for Moonlit. Less so do you want him for Glacial. That's kind of meh, whatever, cool. But more so the Moonlit. It'll be nice because I know a lot of people have been struggling getting the Moonlit and getting the actual damage type that you want. So it'll be nice to have another that you can cycle through if you're echo farming. Because I know I've had this problem with my Mortefi. I've gone through so many Moonlit Clouds to get fusion damage on it, and I keep getting everything else but fusion damage. So it can be a little frustrating on that part of the echo grind. So one more will help. Next is Light Crusher. He is the other 3-star. He is only going to be Spectro. So that's nice. That fits his design with the light claws and kind of the light shining through. So that's cool. I'm all for that. And I believe this is the last fellow. Yeah, the last one is the Lumiscale construct. He kind of fits with the whiff waff, something like that. The 1-star, the 1 cost little fellow. This is kind of like the bougied up upgraded version. He's going to be Void Thunder, as well as Freezing Frost, so that's cool. He'll give us another Void Thunder that we can search for, because I know a lot of people want this, want to try and get some more of this for Kalcharo and Yinlin, so that just gives us another set that we can farm if you're into the farming. If you're not, that's fine. Again, because these are all 3-stars, they're not going to be leading the way in your echoes, so they never see field time. So it's perfectly fine to hunt for these and just throw them in there. You don't have to worry about appearance or how they look or anything like that. But that's everything for the lore information for 1.1 that we've gotten so far. It comes out in 2 days. I'm super excited. I will probably stay up, and because it comes out at like maintenance is scheduled to end at like 1 a.m. my time, so I will probably stay up and do that. Let me know down below what you're most excited for. Is it Jinhsi? Is it the new Echoes? Is it Jue? Is it the Calamity? Or is it the hologram that's coming out? The second round of the elusive realms? What's the most exciting thing for you? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down below, and we'll catch you next time.